The American midterm elections are coming up, so let's play some political games. Woo! Don't disobey me. And one of the most publicized races this midterm election is down in Texas. And as you know...
Holy dog shit! Texas only steers from Texas!
Not an anti-free speech thing, just think that's funny. So I hope I don't have to spell out why I'm in the cow's mask. Anyway, for the U.S. Senate election down in Texas, we have incumbent Ted Cruz.
He thinks it's just that I'm a masochist.
And challenger Beto O'Rourke.
This election on the 6th of November is our chance to do that.
And a shout out to libertarian Neil Dykeman.
Libertarians don't wait for government. I founded a company to fight climate change.
But we all know how it goes for third parties. Anyway, before we get to the game and actual factual reasons why a person should vote for Ted Cruz, let's start with an ad hominem. Ad hominem. 1. Appealing to feelings or prejudice rather than intellect. 2. Marked by or being an attack on opponent's character rather than by an answer to the contentions made. Roll clip. So cringeworthy. That might not even be the worst.
By the way, where'd you meet him?
I first saw him on Ellen DeGeneres. He's taking on the GOP. You get the picture?
Yes, we see.
And Beto does it
Without a super PAC.
Here he comes now. He's married with kids, but he's still my man.
Enough. I can't take any more. Also, how does his wife feel about being cropped out of the picture like that? But enough of all that. Let's get to the game.
Get triggered.
Okay, it's been a while since I've played this game, so I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but we are gonna randomize everything. I am gonna give myself more money, because, like I said, haven't played in a while. And if it wasn't obvious by now, I'm gonna be Ted Cruz. It'd help if I could see out of this bloody thing. And since there's no option for Beto in this game, I'm gonna go with Bernie Sanders.
Bernie helped write Obamacare.
Cruz versus Sanders in presidential election thriller. Gonna upgrade my campaign headquarters to generate more money. Always important to generate more money.
Very hard to be very poor, but also hard to be very rich.
I don't know, I'd rather like to be very rich. More, even more money. Or not. Damn, Texas, you let me down. Okay, Texas is poor, but Alaska and New Mexico have money. I can work with this. I'll just hop on over to Oklahoma and build an outreach center. Helps get me political clout so special interest groups would love me. Only Texas is aware of me, for now. There's some nice red on the board, but not enough if we want the country to not feel the burn. Time to get my first special interest group endorsement. National Gun Owners Association. Because this is America. On that note, let's get into some policy talk. And where better to start with but guns and the Second Amendment. First, let's start with some stats that might not be commonly known. First, let's pull up the FBI Expanded Homicide Data Table. And as you can see, handguns account for the majority of homicides that involved firearms. Even if we focus in on just 1 year, take 2016, handguns accounted for 64% of homicides that involved firearms. Why do I bring this stat up? To show that rifles are not the main firearms used in homicides, and yet rifles, insert assault rifles, are the firearms that are most under assault. I'll let you draw your own conclusions around what the ultimate ends would be with this course of action. And here's a headline from December 5th, 2015 on NBC News. More than 80% of guns used in mass shootings obtained legally. And finally, from the Crime Prevention Research Center. Mass public shootings keep occurring in gun-free zones. 97.8% from 1950 to May 24th, 2015. 96.8% between January 1998 and December 2015. This excerpt is from ballet.com under the category Issues under Gun Safety. Look at the first point, and I invite everyone to do their own research into if the gun show loophole actually exists. And towards the second point, we've already seen that the majority of homicides are caused by handguns, not assault rifles, etc. Now let's look at some quotes from ontheissues.org about Ted Cruz and the Second Amendment. Assault weapon bans have zero impact on crime. Quoting from A Time for Truth, page 246. I recall in the middle of the debate, my wife asked quite innocently, should people really be carrying machine guns everywhere they go? She was surprised when I told her that fully automatic weapons have been effectively illegal for general possession since 1934. With a confused look, she then asked, well, what is an assault weapon then? I replied that the most accurate definition of an assault rifle under the Democratic legislation is any gun that looks scary. The definition had nothing to do with firing capacity of a weapon. It had nothing to do with lethality of a weapon. It simply has to do with whether the gun looks like the sort of weapon our soldiers carry into battle. And here's from an interview with Rolling Stone magazine. The Second Amendment to the Constitution isn't just for protecting hunting rights, and it's not only to safeguard your rights to target practice. It's a constitutional right to protect your children, your family, your home, our lives, and to serve as the ultimate check against governmental tyranny for the protection of liberty. And finally, here's an op-ed piece by Senator Ted Cruz in the Houston Chronicle around persecuting felons who try to illegally purchase guns. Here are 3 facts that Obama does not want to address. The Obama administration has not made it a priority to prosecute felons or fugitives who try to illegally purchase guns. Indeed, in 2010, 48,321 fugitives and felons tried to illegally purchase firearms. The Obama administration persecuted just 44. Under Obama, gun crime prosecutions hit a decade low in 2011, down from 30% from the record high in 2004. Obama's budgets have slashed funding for school safety. If the objective were to stop violent gun crimes, the approach would be to target felons, gun crime prosecution, and school safety. Okay, wow, this video is running much longer than I thought it would. So let's just skip ahead to the election results. I wanted to make this a longer series, but elections day is tomorrow. And I encourage you to go out and do your research on the candidates. If a stupid video made by someone playing a video game has influenced you that much on voting, well, I mean, I don't know. Also, this might be kind of controversial. I don't know why, but it might be. If you're not aware of the issues, if you haven't been doing research, if you don't know what to expect on the ballot, maybe don't go vote. Maybe vote if you're aware of the issues and if you've done your research, but if you haven't, maybe don't. Like I said, I know that's going to be controversial. Let's skip ahead to the election results. Okay, let's see how we did. Shoot, I forgot to turn the reveal speed back down to normal. Let's slow it down a bit. Okay, painfully slow. Stop. Let's stop on Michigan. Time for another ad hominem argument.
Get triggered.
These are the two main candidates running for the Senate seat in Michigan. Challenger, John James, and incumbent, Debbie Stabenow. Do I have to spell out the ad hominem argument here? One is an attractive man of service, and the other, I can't rule out if she doesn't have a house made of candy somewhere in the woods. But hey, we don't just vote on looks. Anyhow, carry on. Boom! Colorado got me the election. Yay! Woo! Oh yeah, and I chose Nikki Haley as my running mate because, honestly, I'm kind of starting to fall for her.
So a couple weeks ago, I had this great breakfast with Cardinal Dolan, and I asked him if there was anything I could do to really boost attendance. He said, "Why don't you resign as UN ambassador?" You didn't tell me you were kidding. They all said the same thing. Do not, under any circumstances, make any jokes about the president. So good night, everybody. So last year you went with Paul Ryan, who's a Boy Scout, and that's fine, but a little boring. You wanted an Indian woman, but Elizabeth Warren failed her DNA test. Actually, when the president found out that I was Indian American, he asked me if I was from the same tribe as Elizabeth Warren. As a member of the Trump cabinet, it is a thrill to be out to dinner without being harassed. They're like Mayor de Blasio. I'm so getting my car towed tonight. You're all familiar with diplomatic immunity. It's an exemption from prosecution, or as Mayor de Blasio calls it, a sanctuary city. Oh, look, I got the mayor's drink by mistake. No ice. When I saw the mayor backstage, I told him I was really glad to be here. He said, "Me too." Mayor, it's not a good idea for a man to ever use that phrase.
Damn! Please, marry me, right now. Anyway, I'm out. Good luck, everyone. Hey guys, let us know what you think, both about the video and the channel at large. Comment below on what you'd like us to play. Obviously, we have no standards. If you liked the video, subscribe. If you disliked the video, all the more reason to subscribe. That way, you'll be alerted every time we upload a video, and you can let us know how much it sucks. We encourage hate here.